Crown I west, cause of the sound I back. It ain't easy, guys, swear, nigga. Thomas forget breathe. Peace Commissioner. Homemade. Taste the mature is still out there, man. Get it.
What it do, people? It's your boy Tato Kikilami here, aka Tikin Tito, that's the artist alias. And I'm out here today, gonna bring you a follow-up interview with that man. You know that man, Master Chef Toast. That's right. He's back in the building. This time he's got a new project called Homemade out. This interview's mainly about that project. If you didn't catch the first one, we still have it here on Levatory Records TV. So do click on it. I'll put the link in the description box somewhere around here. Sorry for the St. Louis slang, but that's how I do. Even though I'm from the AOB, that's the Alberton 1450, you know how we do. You know how I am. Yeah, so let's get into it straight. Master Chef Toast, take it away. We're on crossover live to him right now, and we're gonna catch up with the boy. Master Chef Toast, how you doing, buddy bro? How you good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good, man.
I'm good. I'm alive. I'm breathing, man. You know, shout out to you. I'm doing the Angry Fan intro there. Whatever. Master Chef Toast, man, I want to ask you a question. It's about Homemade, okay? And yeah, what inspired that? Because I do see the biblical references, and what I like about your album is that you spoke in parables, and not that you spoke in parables, but you rapped in parables, and it's sort of like very similar to the whole biblical scriptures and the way that they arrange the verses and everything. Talk us through that. I mean, what inspired that? Get away in that one.
Yeah, well, first of all, Homemade was basically inspired by my family, man, like, cause it's close to home. It's basically every lyric in that tape is from the heart, you know. It was also produced by my homeboy, Commissioner. He also inspired it, you know what I'm saying? So basically it's just people that are close to me, that are in my cycles. All of those people inspired it. And just the observations, my relationships with them, you know what I'm saying, my sister, you know, our conflicts, some of them are positive, some of them are negative, you know what I'm saying, but all of that, I've been through all of that with my family and people that are close to me, like in my inner circles. All of it inspired Homemade. Also the personal experiences, man, you know what I'm saying, my day-to-day routines, my day-to-day, how I live on a day-to-day basis, all of that inspired Homemade.
Okay, now, you spoke about forbidden fruit. Now you're talking about, mainly, you know how the Taoists do, where you have the yin and yang side of things, right? I noticed you saying that you have rotten apples, which is frenemies or friends in disguise, wolves in sheep's clothing, so to speak. What has your experience been like since the last time we spoke? I mean, those are quite heavy words, should I say. You know, those are quite loaded statements, if I can put it that way. What happened there? What was the motive? What were you actually going through, should I say?
Well, rotten apples, man, I'd say that, like, there's a whole lot of people that I was close to previously, and then now we're not on so close terms, you know what I'm saying. I feel like, okay, basically, like, a season change, you know what I'm saying. People come, people go, we learn what we can learn from them, and then we move on. But I'm saying, like, some are just looking me straight in the eye and lying to me, you know what I'm saying. I feel like that is not really fair. But anyway, those are just personal experiences. But through the music, you get to understand life in general. It's not just about me, it's about what you can relate with, you know, because those are teachings also. I'm teaching people how to treat certain situations in life, you know what I'm saying, how to handle some affairs, all those things, man, how to handle some people, because all that I've been through as a person, I feel like someone else can take it and use them in their own lives, you know.
Okay, Chef, Sea of Galilee. We all know that story and historical landmark that it's become, or natural, whatever landmark it is. I wanted to know, with the Sea of Galilee, why that referral and that personal story, if you can shed some light to our viewers as to what it's all about, because that was quite some personal things that you were going into there. I mean, you went through a relationship, sort of like Aaliyah, rock the boat, change position. I don't know, maybe something to do with that, but I'm sorry to get all corny and and all that on you, but yeah, just tell us about the Sea of Galilee a little bit.
Yo, fam, I've been in relationships myself, so some went well, some went bad. The ending wasn't nice, and some of them were just terrible. Not so many, but just the few that I've had. Is basically the Sea of Galilee. Like it explains everything that I've been through. Like, 'cause as you know, it's the sea, and as you know, the English proverb, there's plenty of fish in the sea. So I refer that to like the Sea of Galilee as therein being plenty of fish. You know what I'm saying? So all those girls that I've been involved with, I feel like they are all beautiful, and some of them were broken-hearted before, hence it didn't work out. So it's always a chain of broken hearts, you know what I'm saying? So I feel as though like I need to express it and put it out there that all of them are just beautiful, it's just broken hearts, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a point where I also mentioned marriage, you know what I'm saying, all about that. It's just a whole lot of things going on, Tato, you know what I'm saying? But what I would say, in simple terms, is just basically about women, beautiful women, plenty of fish in the sea, that you might not turn out right with this particular one, but it doesn't mean that you won't be beautiful with the next soul, the next female soul.
Master Chef. Okay, the title Homemade. Now I'm gonna get a little bit personal. Homemade, in my, well, not my definition, or my interpretation of it, should I say, was you coming into your own and embracing the fact that you gave yourself this name that you didn't even know why you gave yourself the name of Chef Toast in the beginning when I initially asked you the last time, and you took it upon yourself to become a homemade chef, and you become a video editor, you become this complete MC, trying your hand in various other artistry. You were learning the Photoshop. That's just personal information I'm throwing out there that some people didn't know about you. And with Homemade, being dedicated to your family, talking your sister, your parents too. Can you give us the dynamics there at home and what inspired that whole piece? And another thing, sorry to load this question on the whole title about Homemade. Said you made mention of you thought the Bible was trash, okay? And then can't remember which song it was where you said something about you and your moms not having the same beliefs anymore. Oh, sorry, it wasn't even the subtitles. It was the intro or the preamble as far as the book is concerned, the booklet is concerned. Where you said even though you guys don't see or don't have the same beliefs anymore. What was that? I mean, we find that quite strange that I already asked you about the biblical references and you not necessarily being the staunchest of Christians, should I put it mildly. Just give us a little emphasis more on the homemade aspects and how it shaped you as well, spiritually and as a person, and your ethical guidelines, whatever. Sorry to go there, but I had to.
Yo, fam, man. As you know, my real name is Thomas. So I feel like I'm an apostle. You know what I'm saying? I have to spread. There's so many things that I'm given by the gods that they show me, and I feel as though even though the world ignores it, I still put it out there, because even if I die, even if I die, the message will still be left behind, so people can still digest it right after, like still after I die. So I feel as though like I have so much to share with the world. But besides all that, I'm a spiritual person, man. I believe I'm more spiritual than I am religious. You know, I don't really associate myself with any church. You know what I'm saying? My own family goes to ZCC, Zionist Christian church, something like that. So as you can see, I'm not associated with that. It's just my family, and I'm associated with my family. So I feel as though like we all know what we believe in. We all know what makes us live. You know what I'm saying? When you wake up every day, you know what it is that makes you breathe. So for me, it's basically hip hop. You know, that's what like makes my blood flow. That's what makes me breathe in and out, you know, on a daily basis. That's how I feel. So Homemade basically ensued from that whole journey of me being Thomas and seeing things by believing, you know what I'm saying? Because there's certain things that I didn't believe before. Like, there was a point where I was on the borderline of agnostic and atheist, but you know, I've seen God. Like, I get messages from gods, and they tell me to share them with all these people, man, who choose to listen, because you cannot really force a message down, a golden message down someone else who prefers to see all that things that they show on TV. So basically for me, that's what I represent as Thomas, being my real name. Well, Chef Toast, man, it's just Chef Toast, man. I'm just cooking it up, as you know, man. I cook it raw, like I cook it raw, and I keep moving on, man. That's how I feel, though.
Okay, we see in Homemade, you went full on with Commissioner. What are the reasons behind that, as far as him just executively producing the whole project this time around? Just tell us what your plans are with him and moving forward as well, and when we get to see him more in the limelight a little bit, because I know he's an MC too. So yeah, just let us know how that came about.
Yo, of course, man. Commissioner is a dope MC, man. He's still pure, you know what I'm saying? He upholds that pure art, you know what I'm saying? So I really love for people to hear his voice, you know what I'm saying? Because he also got something to say in as much as he lays it down proper on instrumentals. He's mad talented. You know, that's exactly the reason why I went with him throughout, you know, because he's mad talented, and also the reason that he's my homeboy, you know what I'm saying? I'm a commissioner. What was it, man? Like back in because I was still in high school, man, you know what I'm saying? So we connected, and somehow, man, like our energies were mutual, you know what I'm saying? Even with Homemade, you can tell that like everything is just well synchronized, you know what I'm saying? It's just people who really love this thing, not people who do it out for paper, you know what I'm saying? So the reason I went straight out with Commissioner on Homemade, one is because like he's mad talented, man. He's mad skilled, and he's my brother, man. My brother in war. Check out he's also on Homemade too, man. Like, but the focus mainly is on the Homely Bible. You should know about that. The 7 cardinal sins. I already put it out there for everybody to take notice of that. He will produce it entirely. He will produce the tape entirely. It's produced by him. He also contributed in writing the Homely Bible. So check it out, Commissioner. Commissioner, man. Just, you gotta know him, Commissioner.
Also, what steps forward do you feel have you taken since dropping the Taste of Maturity to Homemade? Because I know you were all about maturation and going from Chef Toast to Master Chef Toast. How does this one come to be? You know, what's the milestone with this particular project as far as being? How would you mark it on your timeline and in terms of your progression?
Yo, man, as you know, my first ever EP was Street Recipe. So that's when we were still in the streets. That's when we were still, you know, doing the ciphers, you know what I'm saying? Freestyles off the top of the dome, every corner, you know what I'm saying? Going to radio stations, just spitting our freestyles, you know, just spitting what we know. But eventually it came to a point where we had to be matured, you know what I'm saying? Then came the Taste of Maturity. It's not that we are fully matured, it's just a little bit taste of maturity, and now we are at a stage of maturity. And then now, like, the transition went to like just being comfortable at home. Now we just speaking from the heart, you know, talking to the people. So that's just the growth that I need everyone to understand out there. You know what I'm saying? You can see it on the timeline how I've really grown from Street Recipe, even lyrically, even my choice of beats, even the maturity of the music. You know what I'm saying? I'm more musical now and I'm more clear. And I say my words with conviction that people can really understand the message in its entirety. So that's just the transition and the growth that they need to look out to. Also on Homemade 2, 7 cardinal sins on which I'll be working with the Homeboy Commissioner. Just look out for that.
Okay, Chef. You know, you will forever be known as Mr. Controversial. I want to hear your thoughts on the lotto and why you are so irritated by your own man playing it so much, especially that you're a finance person. Tell us more about it. What particularly irked you so much and peeved you off about it, so that you had to make mention of it in your booklet? Yeah, that'll be quite an interesting one. Just let us know, buddy Pooh.
Man, I'm not really saying I'm judging my dad or whatever. He can continue playing his shit if that's what he likes, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, man, nobody really need to judge anybody. He used to play that. That's what I used to see. And the thing is, like, my mom's used to have a problem with that also. So I'm just saying, it is what it is, man. Like, I feel like there was so much money that was wasted on something. And when the day that you win, you feel as though you won. But in actuality, you didn't win. You just balanced out. Like, all the money that you've been spending to that point that you won, it's the same amount that you probably even more. You probably even spend more than you actually won. You know. So that's just the point that I'm trying to put out there in relation with finance. And that also my mom didn't really like it, you know. So I feel like nobody need to judge anybody. We all got our own flaws, our own addictions and whatever. So as I say, I was just smoke on and just continue doing my thing. And, you know, as a writer and as an MC.
Your future plans and your shout outs too. Let us know what they are. Holla.
I want to shout out Paramedic, I want to shout out Commissioner, I want to shout out Gobi, I want to shout out Last Chapter, I want to shout out my mom, I want to shout out my dad, I want to shout out my sis, I want to shout out my niece, I want to shout out me, I want to shout out Master Chef, I shout out my colleagues, I want to shout out everybody, man, my friends. You know, I don't want to forget anybody, man. Homemade 2 is coming through, produced by the Homeboy Commissioner. Commissioner, look out for them. Crown of Thorns, you better purchase that. Place your order right now so you can wear the Crown of Thorns proudly so, man, because we face criticism every day. But wear this Crown of Thorns to show the people, Crown of Thorns to show the people out there that we take the criticism as it comes, man. The judgment, we are afraid of that because even Jesus was crucified, and now we are here facing our own judgment, man. That's what is going on. Order that, it goes for $17, man. Check it out, for real, that's what's going on. A Crown of Thorns, man. Be a hero of your own. Be a hero of haunts, man. Your own hero of haunts, man. Homemade 2, 7 cardinal scenes. Shout out to everybody. Those are my future plans. Look out for everything, man.
Toast. Yo, thank you for coming through, and we much appreciate it, fam. And we'll talk to you soon.
Peace, yo.
Okay, people, that's the wrap for it, and we'll catch up with you. And subscribe, please, to Levatory Records TV. We'll have more future content. I know we've been working mostly on the site, on the text-based kind of publications. We'll try and get the whole video side of things going. Expect some very interesting developments coming through very soon, particularly towards the end of the year. I have a project out you might just want to catch. But perhaps it could be end of the year, could be for next year. I don't want to overpromise. I would rather not rush it. But definitely give it a few months still. And yeah, we should be on the way. Again, Levatory Records TV. We'll try to upload more dope content on here. And thank you once again to Chef Toast.
Across Spanish. I beat myself up with my scar vanish. I thought you would just close the door and vanish without me having said what I thought I would manage. I wish I could just lock it in sacks. I wish I could just lock it in sacks.